right, so when it comes to short drafting, a lot of fashion designers do take it for granted. But actually, this will serve as the foundation to your perfection in so many things, so many cutting areas. Now, short drafting is not something you can ignore or do away with. If you don't know how to cut it, you still don't know how to cut it. If you don't know how to sew it, you still don't know how to sew it. So if you are in the stage where short drafting is giving challenges, I bet you that this video will be among one of the best videos ever you will come across on the internet in regards to how to draft a perfect male shirt. Now, this tutorial is solely for men shorts. It cannot be used for female, please note importantly. So you mark out your baselines, just you have seen me mark, and then you mark extra 2 inches here. These 2 inches is going to serve us for the folding or hemming of this outfit. Very important, right? So once you have marked out this, you connect the lines all through this way. Now, the short length you have is usually from your waist to your knee, so which is mostly 21, 22, right? Depending on the customer's height as well. So you measure accordingly. So here we are going to mark 22-inch short length. So we mark 22 inches short length. Then you have it in this form. After this now, the next thing you are going to do is to connect the waistline all through this way. So this is what you are going to have. And then you get your crotch. So how do you get your crotch? Divide your hip by 4. Now, it will interest you to note that the measurement for your hip measurement of trouser and short are not the same. The measurement is way a bit bigger than what you have, right? So here the crotch I have is 13 inches crotch because I want this to be a very free outfit for my customer. So here you connect the lines just this way, and then I did hip over 4. That's the bigger hip value. Mark this way, extra 2 inches, right? Now the waist circumference remains the same. So the waist we are going to have here is a waistline of 40, which is 10. So here you mark 10, and extra 1 inch is all you need to add on your waistline circumference. On the ankle line, right, depending on how you want it to be. So the ankle line, you can just bring down this line straight down or a bit slanted inwards. That's for the knee circumference. Now the knee is always big, like it's not going to be your regular knee circumference, right? So here it's always slanted in this form, and then it goes all the way out in this form again, and also goes all the way out here as well. Then you are going to connect this from the waist circumference allowance to your real hip. So it goes from here to this very point. And after this, you take your hip curve. You know, the reason I am using these tools for us to know how these tools can be used. They connect, make a curve from here all through to these very points. Now, the knee circumference I have here is a knee circumference of 26, right? 26, right? Because I don't want it to be tight on my knee. So you come down here by 1/2 inch, and then you take your hip curve as well. From here, you also make a curvy connection that goes all the way to this very point. And then after this, you mark your pocket point. So pockets is always a bit bigger. So here I'm using 8 inches pocket points, 8 inches this way. And this is where it gets connected. And here is 2.5 at the up region, 2.5 this way. And this is what we have. So I will cut out this And then I will now show you guys as well how to draft for the back panel. So here you carefully cut out. You carefully cut out this in this form. So make sure that you are following the line which you have drafted, right? It's very important. So you must follow this line which you have drafted. Cut all the way out from this very point.
Nothing.
Cut out this as well. Cut out this as well. So now the reason I am taking my time to show you all of these things for you to understand, because I have seen most people, ask for the knowledge on how to draft a shot. And the shot is one of the simplest things you can draft. But if you don't know how to do it, it becomes so boring or so it becomes a load for you to draft. So the essence of this video is to clarify most of us on how to go about the whole drafting processes, right? So make sure you like this video and you watch the very end. So for the back panel, now this is where I will make a bit of adjustments, which I'll also show you in this video as well. So let's get right into this. Now you make sure you always iron out your fabric in order to remove any possible rump or fold or squeeze that might appear on the outfit. Now once you have done the ironing, I'm using the invisible chalk that appears after you have ironed, right? So these lines are still important. You still need them. So these lines are still important. They are still needed. I am not done with them. Now, the line that is coming out on the crotch should not be straight. It should drop by half an inch or 3/4 of an inch. Now, why is this so? To enable the hip enter properly. To enable the hip enter properly, right? So here you drop it down this way, and at the back panel at the crotch region, that point you will need to add extra 2.5 or 3 inches. It's better it's lapping from that angle. So there you flush this way. Remember that you might not necessarily need to add all the whole 2 inches that you need on the knee, because the knee here is 26, 27. So I will use half an inch to lock. So I will have 25 knee at the end of the day, which is okay. So these 2 inches you're adding here is optional. You can decide to say add 2 inches at the hand and see, so it's still very okay. But I don't want the ankle and the back panel to be bigger, right? So it's optional. Then the line, please watch this attentively. The line that is coming from the hip region should be continued in this form. It should go all away, all out in this format, right? You see how it's moving. So your waist circumference, we need to start from here and mark it backwards. So the waist is 40, which is 10. Then you mark your extra 1.5 inch this way, right? And then here is your regular 2 inches. And you are going to raise the back panel by 2 inches as well. 2 inches as well. Now in the raising, it will tilt, it will curve from here all the way to that very point. This is what you are going to have, and you will connect this, let it up this way, connect from here, it goes all the way So you connect this from here. So make sure you use your perfect tools. That's why I have these tools at my disposal so that I can, connect everything I need perfectly well. Okay, it goes all the way down this way. So this is the back panel. So take a look at it and see how the back panel looks like. The back panel should not be as straight as the front panel, right? It's very important that you know this. The back panel should not be as straight as the front panel. So this is how the back panel of a short should look like. The essence of pushing the waist backwards is to make sure that even if you don't wear belts, the back waistline will not gape. Gaping is when it's giving you a gap at the back waist. So this is how it looks like. So this is how the back panel looks like. And here is the crotch region. Here is the crotch point. So like I said, I am taking my time to explain this to you so that when you are walking, you know what you are doing. Please note that when you are marking your knee for this shot, if your knee was 20, for example, make sure that what you have at the knee in front panel is bigger than 20 so that by the time you lock by half an inch on both sides, it will not affect your knee circumference. That was why I did not mark my knee from my measurement. Rather, I just dropped the lines down. I made little adjustments on, make it a bit slanted so that it will give me a fit at the head. So the other areas, the measurements we are fully applied. So this is how you cut the front panel and the back panel of your male shorts that will not give you issues in fitting. So the rest is your band, your flap, your facings, and every other thing that you might be needing. So if this is your first time of watching my tutorial or my illustrations, please don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe to this channel so that you'll be notified when I make or post new videos so that you will follow us also in the drafting stage, in the sewing tutorial. So this is for my flap. This is my flap. So the pieces that is coming out is also useful for a particular thing. It's not something that you can just dish and throw away just like that, right? So my flap, my zip fly, then I will cut my band. So in the band cutting, the band is going to be your customer's waist circumference plus extra 7 inches. Now the essence of the 7 inches is to make sure that the waist, the allowance you need is way bigger than what what you have cut out is bigger than what you need, so that you will not have issues when you are doing your band. And the band measurement we have here must be 4.5. 4.5. Please note, must be what? 4.5. Connect them in this form. So this is what it will look like. And then you cut it out from here. You cut from here this way. You cut from here this way. So this is my band circumference, which is now going to be enough for my waistline. So the last thing we are going to draft out will be our back loop, which is 1.5 inches width by the length of 24. There are 6 loops on a trouser, and each loop is 4 inches, which makes it to be 24. So if you would like to see the sewing tutorial of this shorts, kindly comment. Okay, we are going to cut patch pockets on this outfit. We are going to have back patch pockets. So we are going to have back patch pockets. Or should we leave it? Okay, let's put patch pocket for it so that it will be a complete short. So you can still decide to put it to the sides. Anyone you want is solely your choice. So here, this one would be ideal for me. So we have our patch pockets cut out. So if you want to see the sewing tutorial, kindly comment and I will drop the video on my channel. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one. Bye bye for now.